Are you or someone you know looking to buy or sell a home? When you use a HomeGain Realtor to buy or sell a home, you can get $150. Visit HomeGain.com and click on the Promo 150 banner at the top of the page to get started. Compare HomeGain Realtors and choose your favorite. Complete your home purchase or sale transaction with a HomeGain Realtor, and HomeGain will pay you $150. Get started today by going to HomeGain.com.
Welcome back, Real Estate 360 Live. I'm your host, Ryan Sloper, joined today by my guest, Louis Cammarosano, the General Manager of HomeGain. Reminder, the show is dedicated to building the Washington, D.C. Metro's housing and credit markets. If you guys ever have any questions, concerns, or real estate needs, the best number to reach out to us is 877-245-2030. That's 877-245-2030, or visit us via the web at realestate360live.com. That's realestate360live.com. So had numerous emails over the last few weeks, and I wanted to jump into those from you guys that have questions. The first one was from Mary. Basically was wondering, with a credit score of 595, are there any lenders that can help her get a FHA loan, which only requires a 3.5% down payment? Now, it's actually hard to answer that question without seeing the entire financial picture, Mary. FHA tends to go down to as low as 580, but many lenders, they have a cutoff of 600 with a credit score of 640. So there may be a few lenders out there that you could get to do it that will go down as low as 595 down to 580, but rest assured that there will be a million credit overlays, meaning that it's not just what HUD's guidelines are that you're going to have to meet. You're also going to have to probably meet, an excess amount of reserves. You're going to have good reasoning why your credit scores are there. I think that the smartest plan of attack actually would be to probably try to get your credit scores up a bit, because you're going to pay a higher interest rate than probably necessary. And you want to put yourself in a position to be financially successful, especially when it comes to paying your mortgage back, because you don't want to get a loan at, sub 4% interest rates and then not be able to pay it back. The goal is to be able to stay in that loan and take advantage of the low interest rates, protect yourself from future inflation for the next 30 years. So the best advice I can give you would probably be to try and work with a credit repair company. I can recommend a great one to you. Fortress Credit Pros is who I personally use. They can work with you to probably get your credit scores up. Now, the timeline as far as how long is it going to take you to get from a 595 to a 650, 670, 680, it really depends. If it's just a matter of, you having too much revolving debt, or your balances as a proportion to your high credit limit, if they're too high, there are certain things you can pay those down. 30-some% of your score alone is keeping your balances on your credit cards, your revolving debt, to, below 39% of whatever your high credit limit is. Those are simple fixes that you can do next month or right away if you wanted to pay those things down, and your credit score would probably jump up substantially. Now, that's just a little tidbit. You figure if it's just a matter of paying down a couple credit cards and all of a sudden your credit score jumps up over a 640, that could have saved yourself, maybe 3/8 to a half in rate. Is it worth that? I would say yes. This is your largest financial investment you'll probably ever have in a mortgage, so you want to maximize. Now, many people, Lewis, will say, I really need to buy right now, though. I need to buy this house, and my response is that you've been waiting for a while anyway. What is another couple months to make sure that you're comfortable? I think that that's more important than anything else, than just getting into a house so that you can, show off to everybody, and then at the end of the day not be able to make ends meet.
But you're highlighting that a home purchase is more than just an investment, but it is an emotional investment, and that's why it pays to have the help of a qualified professional walking you through it and reminding you of the investment portion of the purchase.
Yeah, and that's why I always tell, home buyers and even sellers, it's always good, it's easy to jump at something at first glance. And it's another thing, to really sit back and to not feel like you don't have to do something. You don't have to buy the home. You want to buy the home at the right terms and make sure that it's good for you and your family. I know, especially with the frenzy that's taking place in the D.C. metro area, especially in certain price ranges, of people getting very frustrated with not being able to get a home because there's multiple contracts. So then on the next home, they're just making blind bids. I don't think that that's the smartest idea. I don't. Now, I understand that people really want to take advantage of the interest rates and really want to buy a home, but is it really worth, waiving and not having a home inspection contingency to check out the condition of a home?
Yeah, this is not once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. As we spoke about, the interest rates are going to remain low, at least if the Fed has any say about this for the next couple of years. So you don't have to
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, if you don't – and got to remember – that most real estate markets are somewhat seasonal as well. So if you don't buy like right in the in the spring or summer season when things are really hot and you can wait until the winter, there's not as many buyers in that winter market as there are in the spring and summer seasons either.
Absolutely not. It really starts to tail off in September. People with families like to start the home search process early in the year and have their family moved in before the school year starts.
Yeah, so for people that are that are not necessarily in that position or are willing to, potentially move their kids because they want to get, they want to get a decent deal on a house, that might be the better option, guys, is to wait until, into the winter market, right around now, going into the fall to winter market, that I think you're going to have a better opportunity to not be in a situation where there's 20 contracts on a property. But all in all, guys, don't feel like you're pressured into making the decision. I mean, I see too many times that people end up buying a house that they, at the end of the day, they're not that happy with. You don't have to settle. You just have to, just say you're okay with waiting. I mean, interest rates are likely to stay low for an extended period of time. So you're going to have ample time to take advantage of these interest rates. Next question is from Justin, which is, how do I determine what real estate agent I should work with? I see so many promises and guarantees from real estate agents and all of their marketing, but I just don't want to be taken advantage of. I think that's an interesting one, Lewis, because I do see a lot of different gimmicks and marketing tactics that are out there that a lot of agents use, as far as like your home sold in 30 days or I'll buy it. Your home sold or in 30 days or your commission's free. There's a lot of gimmicks and stuff out there, and I really feel like you should probably do your research. You can start. I mean, obviously you can use HomeGain, which is a great tool where you can compare agents anonymously. That's probably a good place to start. Do a little bit of investigative work. Find out, how many transactions have those agents done in your subdivision or, in your zip code in your city. It's important that you find out those things because you want somebody that's got their feet on the ground and are actually doing transactions, because they really, most of the time, will know where the market is. Just because somebody's sending you a marketing piece that's saying that they're going to buy your home, rest assured that if it seems too good to be true, it almost always is in real estate. And if they're going to buy your house back, they're probably going to be buying your house back at 70 or 80% of the actual value. So I would say that it is important to not get wrapped up in a lot of these guarantees or some of the gimmick marketing that's out there. Not saying that all of it's bad, but me personally, I would tend to want to work with somebody that really knows what's going on and is doing, many transactions in an area, especially if I'm trying to maximize the amount of money that I make in selling my home, and also want to get the best deal possible if I'm buying a home. I think a professional that understands what the market's bearing, that can help you, accept the contract or write a contract that's going to be, turn into a closed transaction. What are your thoughts, Lewis, on how people should go about searching for an agent?
Well, as you mentioned, HomeGain does offer you the ability to compare realtors anonymously, which means you sign into HomeGain and you say what you're looking for in a real estate agent, and then our agents respond to you, and you can compare them. They don't know who you are, and you go into your control center, and you can compare their qualifications, and you can interview them. As part of HomeGain, if you go to HomeGain Seller Tools, we actually have a very nice PDF 23-page HomeGain's Guide to Finding the Perfect Real Estate Agent, which shows you how to interview your real estate agent and what to look for. And you'll find when you come to HomeGain, we can offer you in the Washington, D.C. metro area, 7 or 8 in your particular zip code that you can interview anonymously. And when you're ready to select one, you contact them, and you arrange a face-to-face meeting or a phone call. and you see if that one's right for you. And if you're successful in closing a deal with one of the home gain agents, the home gain will offer you $150 when you close your deal. So really, you got to get educated. You don't pick the first one, and you have to know the right questions to ask. So if you go to homegain.com and you click on the middle box under home prices and home values, the home seller tools, you can find that PDF that'll help you interview your real estate agent.
That's great advice, Louis. We're coming up on the end of the show. Thank you again for coming on. Guys, if you have any questions, just check out HomeGain. You can go there to compare agents, as Louis stated. I want to remind everyone that this is our new time slot from 9 to 10 a.m. every Monday. So make sure that you guys are tuning in. We'll be back again next Monday. If you guys have any other questions, concerns, or real estate needs in the meantime, make sure that you reach us at the off-air phone number, which is 877-245-2030. That's 877-245-2030. Or you can visit us via the web at realestate360live.com. That's realestate360live.com. And remember, guys, there are no stupid questions here. In the real estate world, you can stumble upon a million different things. So there is no stupid questions. Email or call me with anything that may seem too complicated for you. I'd be glad to help. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll be back again next Monday. Have a great week, guys.